Hey folks, Vic Noble here with this week's Forex trading video. In this week's video, I'm going to cover more trades that set up and were traded by members in our Forex scalping service. And as you'll see, I recorded a couple of these trades live, right, before they were filled. Then I followed them along after being filled so you can see how they were managed, which is super important. Now listen, maybe this style of trading doesn't work for you due to time constraints, like maybe a job situation or whatever it is. Well, no problem. We have an alternative for you. And at the end of this video, I have some information that I think should be, well, at least worth checking into. So yeah, make sure you listen to that information at the end. All right. So let's have a look at some scalp trades from this week. And one more thing. If you like these videos and what I present, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up by hitting the like button, and be sure to subscribe to our channel if you're not already, just by clicking. There's a little icon in the bottom right corner of the video. All right, here are the scalp trades. Hey folks, possible live trade coming up here. I just thought I'd hit the record button while it's underway here. This is the New Zealand Japanese yen pair. This is a 4-hour chart, and for scalping, you know, we like to reference these daily and 4-hour chart time frames to get a sense of the overall trend and how things are progressing and what we want to do with them. This is a overall and a big uptrend on the weekly and daily charts, so it gives us a sense of how we want to trade. And we've rallied up very strongly here. This is a rate release last week. Price pulls back, makes another higher close up in here. This level down here now is interesting. I want to see how this retests. This blue line here is I've actually zeroed in on a 15-minute chart. You know, it may or may not hold, but that's the thing with trading. You got to put your oar in the water here, and we'll see what happens. But quite a small risk in it, 11 pips, and let's see what happens. Okay, folks, just got filled. I got actually long at 79.36. Stop is in place, and we'll see what happens. Just a quick update here. Yeah, so here, let's just bring this up here. So yeah, I got filled right here, and price went down, never stopped me out, and it's coming up here. My first take profit is just up above here a little ways, but we're into the London close right now, and I'm not going to allow a loss on this trade. This comes down to trade management, which is like super important. It's like everything in your trading. And, you know, I've moved my stop to entry down here, and either I'm going to get my target here and we'll continue going up, or I will take the trade off for a break even. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, well, I just got stopped out for break even on this trade. I had moved my stop up to my entry at this time of the day. London's well past closed, and usually there's not a lot of movement around after that. So I'm out for break even, and it's a good example, you know, of trade management. Now, who knows what will happen after this? I mean, sometimes it'll go straight back up just the way you thought it would. You know, other times it will go down. But the main thing is have a plan. You know, like if it goes up from here, I could care less. You know, this has saved me so many times from a big loss by kind of reading conditions and time of day and all that kind of thing. You know, and other times it can go back up, and you just have to be okay with that, because without a plan, you're really just wishing and hoping all the time, and that's just a bad way to be trading. Okay, so anyway, I hope that was somewhat helpful, and I'll leave it at that. Thanks so much. Hey folks, let me just go over some trades that set up on Wednesday. What is it, June the 2nd, 2021, and just to give you an idea of how we scalp and how we use these levels for trading at. And this is the Aussie yen pair. Now this pair is in an uptrend on the weekly and on the daily charts. Let me just zoom this out a little bit. On the daily chart, you can see we're heading up. I apologize for all these lines. We normally don't like to have that. That's very cluttery and confusing. The problem is right now is that because of all this consolidation, there's a lot of what we call significant necklines or support resistance levels that price could react off of. What we do though is we identify levels of confluence. So when we do that, it gives us a much better chance of a reaction. Now I'm going to show you both a counter trend trade and a trend trade on this pair, actually set up in the same day. And I do a scalp level video every day for our members, and I post it so they get these levels in advance, so they know exactly where we're going to be looking to trade at. And in this case here, we had a very nice, you know, daily and 4-hour level up into here, and we're able to zero in on a more precise entry by using the 15-minute chart, which is what this blue line is. And it gave us a good level up in here. Now we could have actually gone a little bit higher. We just that's, if your crystal ball is better than that, then go for it. I had good reasons for selling it right here, at which I covered, and it didn't matter because it worked out anyway. The stop was never hit. It was only an 11 pip risk. It made it all the way down to the opposing level down here, so that was a pretty decent move. We'll take that anytime. Over 30 pips. Now this is in an uptrend, like I say, so this is the other level that I identified in here. And one of our members took the trade right here, and she held this. She's actually she might still be in it. I don't know. She's in Australia, so I don't know what she's done with this trade. But and I went over her specific trade management on this trade, because it was a more, like, I have objective ways to manage these trades at the beginning of your trade. After the trade gets going, though, there's some subjectivity in it, and it's going to depend on your own sort of trading risk tolerance and that kind of thing. But she did something very, very good with it, and has got herself a risk-free trade at this point. So who knows where it's going to go. Starting to head up here a little bit now, and we'll see what happens with it. Over onto the Euro-Yen pair. It was a similar situation where we had a counter-trend trade. So this level here is actually from a long ways back. I don't know, it must have been maybe 2018 even. And you might say, well, that's just ridiculous. Well, actually, it's from 2017. Here's the thing about price. This is the level I had marked right here. And you might go, well, that's been consumed up and down, and it's irrelevant now. That may very well be. But the final judge on it is price, not me. What happened when price hit that level? And the reason I marked it, because as price was moving up, it was the very next level of any sort of resistance that we could expect, right? And the next one up is going to be here. So if I go to my 4-hour chart, did that level, and I'll just point that level out again. It's this, whoops, I got to get this back to the current time. Here we go. Did this level up here, did it mean anything? Well, what do you think? Did this level mean anything on the 4-hour chart? It definitely did. Price stopped. So now we can again go back into the smaller time frame chart and find the level that we like, that would be suitable, which was here, a 15-minute chart, which was up in here. And actually in my scalp level video, I said for a counter trend trade, I like 114.07. That's my exact words, and that actually is exactly what the high was here. And really nice move down. That was 40 pips down to this level of support down into here. So yeah, pretty good move. Yeah, so I mean, I'll just leave it at that. I just want to give you an idea of how we use these levels to create trades that give us a very low risk and a high probability of success, because there's generally a reaction off of these levels, enough to get the risk out. As long as you choose good levels and you have a good trade management plan, normally you can keep these trades very, very without putting a lot of risk in them. And at least getting the risk out of the trade fairly quickly. All right, so hope that's helpful, useful, beneficial, or whatever. Hey, if you have any questions about any of this, don't hesitate to send me an email, and I'd be really happy to get back to you. Thanks so much. Hey folks, sorry, there was one more trade I wanted to show you from today, because it was a trade that one of our members took, and I just love it when members take trades. Now this guy happens to be a very good trader. He's a stage 4 trader, and he's in our group, and really just excellent. And it's good to hear, his perspective on things. But anyway, this, like on our daily chart, this is a good level right here. Like, that's a huge drop. That's why I have this line marked. Now it's been up and down it a few times, but look what it did again here. In here, it dropped again. We've had actually a lot of reactions off of it. If you look across here. So I like that, I mean, I don't know if it's going to hold or not, but price will always tell us, right? If it's not going to hold, price will just go straight down. Well, if you go into you see all this wick in here and here, on this day here, that means that there was something else going on down in that level there. So, and that something else was these 4-hour levels here and here and here. So the guy that took this trade, like, I had a level marked here. Really, I should have had a bit of a mistake on my part. I really should have had this level marked down in here. Doesn't matter. I'll show you how the outcome of both trades. But he found a level down in here on his 15-minute chart, and I'll just show you on the 15. So using the level I pointed out, this is what a break-even trade for us, based on our trade management protocols. Okay, we would not let that become a losing trade. Now, he ended up buying it down, like no kidding, right down here. That was it, based on that 4-hour, 15-minute combination, and this was the move up he's had. It's been really good. And I don't know, and again, this is a pair that's making higher highs and higher lows on the daily chart. So you kind of like to see how the lows are going higher here and the highs are going higher. So just from that point of view, you want to be looking mostly to be buying on this pair at this point. Now you can take counter trend trades, nothing wrong with those. You just have to do them properly. Okay, and like I said, I don't know if he still has this trade on or not, but definitely got some good pips out of it. Once you get the initial risk out of the trade management becomes a very individual, personal risk tolerance, all that kind of thing. But yeah, I just thought I would just show you that one because like I say, I really like it when members pick up trades like this, and all good. All right, thanks so much. Hey folks, here is a live trade setting up. We're not filled yet, but I'll show you what we're going to do. This is a support level on the daily chart. Not super strong, but the price came down and has moved away and made higher highs and higher lows and had a swing break up here. It's come down here. And when it retests this level in here, which is kind of lots of action around that level, we're going to be hitting 4-hour and 15-minute levels as well. And that's how we zero in on finding a really kind of a real tight entry level with a small pip stop loss. So the level I'm looking at is right here, which is at this blue line at the bottom down here. That's at 84.60, 60-ish level. And it was a pretty strong level as far as the lower time frames go. And if you look at if I zoom this out, you can see it. See how it all stopped right down here? And look how it's done it's been above that level ever since. It's tested it once, a couple times in here, and we're coming down after a very long time in here. So we'll have a look. We'll see what happens. Okay, folks, I just got filled. I bought it at 84.60. Okay, see what I have, and I have an 11 pip stop. Let's see what happens. Okay, folks. Well, I took a full loss on this pair on this trade. Normally we get these reactions off of these levels. You can see how they react when we identify them properly. They're usually pretty good. Even here, this is from earlier today. You get enough of a reaction that you get the risk out of the trade and/or some profit. Actually, this was some profit in here. Yeah, it just simply never held here and just kept going down. That's trading. I mean, they just don't all work out. But I want you to see a losing trade too, because they happen, and it's all fine because the winning trades outstrip the losers. That's the main thing. Okay, so yeah, hope that was helpful, and we will see you in another video. Thanks. Okay, so thanks for watching this. Now, as I mentioned, I have some information for those that need a longer-term approach to Forex trading, because this very short-term scalping style of trading needs to be done very properly and requires your attention during the day, so you do need to have the time to do it. But if you just don't have the time due to other commitments, or it's just not your thing, my partner Darko Ali trades in a much more hands-off way, which is far more suitable for some people. Okay, it just depends on what works best for you. So if you'd like to find out more about longer-term trading, like swing trading or even position trading, we're hosting a webinar next Tuesday, June the 8th, and Darko's going to go over exactly what he does together with examples, etc., and he'll answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so yeah, if you want to come and check it out, that'd be great. And I've provided a link where you can register for this webinar, which is in the text below this video or in the email that you received. Okay, so there you go. Thanks again for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully we'll see you at our webinar next Tuesday, June the 8th. All right, hope you all have a great weekend. Take care.